Hello, my loves. Namaste. This is going to be a collective reading for the twin flames. And we're going to focus on the masculine energy in the connection. The extended will be on my Patreon. So if you're new here, please subscribe and like, as it adds your energy to the readings. And if you are returning, you know I love you. Thank you for being here and for being with me on this journey. Let's get started. So I pulled a couple of pre-shuffled oracle cards to kind of get the overall energy. And I really feel like the divine source is pushing this twin flame relationship. I have the contract here, which is Libra energy. I have patience, which is temperance energy. And I have a man holding a heart. And it's a 9. So it's kind of like the King of Hearts and the 9 of Cups. I absolutely believe it has to do with timing, as I see the clock here. And a divine contract works on divine timing. So right now they're learning the lesson of patience. I have this guide here, but it's an inheritance. This is an inheritance as far as the twin flame journey, because it's a calling. And I feel in the past the masculine did not understand how to be patient. So there's this correction happening here. It's almost like a rebirth. It's almost like, well, it's the fate, but it's not just fate. It was meant to happen in this lifetime. And you know, it doesn't come without difficulties. I've already shuffled everything, but I like to do it on camera. There's a lot of scammers out there right now. A lot of desperate people trying to make a living, and not in such a good way. But it kind of brings me to the point of wars and how certain companies that make war machines and artillery make money. So there's money, billions and billions of dollars in killing. And we know this is not the energy that we want to hold in humanity. So there had to be twin flames. There had to be a higher vibrational love. Uranus just went retrograde in Taurus. And, you know, Taurus is the Empress. She Venus rules Taurus. She's the feminine energy. She's the I love. And right now, with Uranus being in Taurus, Uranus is the planet of rebellion. It's the Aquarius. It's pushing yourself beyond the bounds of the unknown. So right now, I would imagine that not just the masculine, but the feminine is trying to push the bounds of the unknown, because that twin flame journey seems almost like a fairy tale. All right. On the bottom of this deck, after I finished pulling the 3 cards, I had the sleeper. And that's about cause and effect. You know, finding clarity in our life purpose. And where does our fate lie? While having free will. While trying to do the right thing. Pluto's in retrograde, cuspy right now, but it's moving into Capricorn. And Pluto rules Scorpio. It's all the elements. It's the Great Awakener. It's a reevaluation. And along this journey, there's been a lot of overthinking. So let's start there with the masculine. The contract. That's a lot of cards. I'm just going to take what came up. And what I feel is it's a real breakdown of the belief system that was placed there before, because that's usually the first thing. It's the creating an awareness of the physical and the spiritual realm. Also, you know, that's kind of where that where you have a difficulty, this happened to the feminine, where you have a difficulty understanding the connection, and so you get a little crazy because your spirit is fighting your ego, and it doesn't align, and so you end up in this, am I just being obsessive and a hopeless romantic? And not making good decisions for myself based on my feelings. When really it was your intuition. It was your insight fighting with your ego. So, yeah, these are swords. Then comes a whole new belief system that you've taken on, but you continue to wonder, is it reliant? Was I overthinking this? Do I take action? It's kind of the back and forth. Where is my belief system now? Because when you stop thinking about all of this, it comes down to love. This is a fixed energy. It's a cardinal energy. It's love is the only thing that we ever continue to look for our entire lives. So there's this energy here of patience, but also correction. There's a correction here that needed to happen in this lifetime. Okay, so I want to dig deeper into this 16, which is actually a 7. 7 is about consciousness and spirituality. What is going on with the masculine, with patience and guides? And they're definitely working, his spirit team is working with him. We all have our own spiritual team. Don't give up, Sagittarius. Page of Pentacles, trustworthy and communication and rapid change. So definitely they're getting signs. They're getting messages to keep moving forward, to not give up, to believe in themselves. This is there's very Sagittarius energy here. So heavy on the Sagittarius if you're Sagittarius. Especially Moon Sagittarius or Mercury in Sagittarius in your natal chart. But again, this is Temperance. Sagittarius is Temperance. It rules Jupiter. Jupiter's in Gemini right now, in the Lovers. Jupiter's the wheel of fortune. It's a turning point, it's a starting, it's an ending, it's unpredictable. It's destiny. And it's timing. And that is exactly what we have here with this timing card, this guide. They are having heavy synchronicities, numbers, letters, all kinds of signs. Some actually are receiving, this message in the bottle is definitely a message. But they're very trustworthy. They understand where it's coming from. They realize it's fated. And they accept it. They're accepting help from the guidance. This is guidance here specifically, and this is the guide. And Spirit always shows me things numerously. So I won't just see a word, I'll see it 2 or 3 times. I don't really think that needs any more clarification. And I don't think it's necessary or good that anybody in a divine connection focuses on their counterpart's karma or karmic lessons. Because you begin to judge each other based on that, when you should be focusing on those lessons bringing union in and not focusing on those lessons. Because it's not necessary. This is a fated connection, so why focus on the lessons? All right, let's dig into the man holding a heart with fate, guidance. I'm also getting is that as his guides weave around him, and this is not gender, this is masculine, this is your counterpart, that is masculine energy in the physical. We all have masculine and feminine. So it could be reversed as well. But it's accepting the things that fate needs to end. Difficult situations, indecisions, stalemate, energy, avoidance energy. You're beginning to accept the ties that are being bound and the ties that are being cut. Because again, I see, what do we see here? A knife and a pair of scissors. And over here. So, yeah. Man holding a heart. So he's accepting help. I think it's more of that he began to see that there was his guide sending him messages, and he began to believe in them. All right. So, I'm going to pull out of my romance and love cards. How is our divine masculine feeling? Aww. Look. Oh my gosh. This looks like the same guy. So this is for someone, because these are two completely different cards, and I bought these a long time ago, and these are fairly recent. So look at the face. If your divine masculine looks like that, this one is specifically for you. But look, keep the flame of passion alive. It's the heartbeat of love. Okay, what else wants to come out? I don't know what these are, what they're trying to come out. So I'm not gonna pull them unless they jump. I can't make this up. I've not gotten this card in this deck. I didn't even know it was here because I wasn't even paying attention to these cards when I got them. Right path. Love is a beautiful journey, and you're on the right path. So, divine masculine, go get your divine feminine. And it's scary? Yes. Is it worth it? Yes. I'm going to pull a Rumi card. And then I'll get to the Divine Feminine on my Patreon. Oop, that one wants to come out. The Angel Arazbar. So, again, I feel these spirit guides and angelic presence in the Divine Masculine's energy right now, because he needed the guidance and he began to accept it. So accepting it put him on the right path, and a 2 and a 7, the right path to his spiritual consciousness, which makes a 9. It's a mastery. Let's look this up. Wow, okay, here's the poem. Tell me the truth, I asked love. What are you? I am the everlasting life, love said. I am the recurring joy of living. The master speaks of a den of riches where many precious jewels can be found. In abundance they lie, patient, there's that word again, and yet ready to be claimed. Go scoop them up, urges the master. The devoted ones look, but cannot see. Where are these precious jewels, they cry, for we cannot find them anywhere. The master gazes lovingly at the devoted ones and responds kindly. In service, my beloved. You shall find the jewels through service. For what is the soul but the finest and most precious of heavenly jewels? What is service but the scooping up of the soul, that it does not lie lost, nor unclaimed, but instead honored for all its precious worth and beauty, tended to until it becomes vibrant as a flawless ruby, radiant with the joy of living. So you're being empowered to serve, to assist, to offer a genuine spiritual contribution to this planet, to become a sacred hand at work for the will of heaven. Gosh, y'all, I'm gonna cry. I've never gotten this card. And I have been feeling this. So this is beautiful. I'm sorry, I'm crying, but it's happening for me too in my own personal life. So I appreciate this message so much. Such is the capacity bestowed upon the soul that is wise and filled with love, and therefore desiring to serve. So then, do not doubt yourself, beloved. You have been blessed with this by the Master, to find the precious jewel of your own soul and claim it. Cast aside your doubts. Yes, perhaps this is not easy for you to do. Perhaps you look at the world, even your chosen field of endeavor, and already you hear so many voices speaking. You may wonder if your own contribution would simply add noise to it all. You may wonder if you can really help, if you have anything genuine to add, or if there's just too much noise anyway. You may hesitate and become fearful. Do not despair, my beloved. It is part of your divine destiny to add something of great value to the world, something that has its place even amongst all that activity, something needed absolutely in the heart of all. That precious gift is the true silence. The true silence is peace. It is the living experience of the eternal love of the divine that asks nothing but to be received and gives of itself unconditionally. That silence is present underneath even the most raucous noise. Even one knows how to assess it. The true silence can only be felt through the beautiful, feeling heart. When you know how to feel it, surrender to it, and you can transmit silence in many ways. Through the peace you cultivate in your heart, in your own daily living, through your presence, through your art, even through your voice written, sung, or spoken. Yes, even though sound is that in your path of service, silence can emanate through your voice, and divine silence can be felt in the hearts of others. The true and great silence, as you may now realize, my dear angel, is not the absence of sound. It is the experience of divine presence of love. Scoop up the jewels through your service and do not render yourself incapable through nightmares of false images and smallness of mind. Your heart is too big for your mind, and it will break it open, but that's okay. Do you think you only serve love and are not also served by love? The helpers are always helped. This is love's way. I love this. And it's pretty long, so I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I'm going to read this highlighted part. The oracle comes to you with guidance. This oracle comes to you with guidance. You're being guided deeper into your life purpose and divine destiny. Like a maturing adult who's ready to take on the mantle of a greater responsibility, your soul is stepping up. You're going through a process of assuming more spiritual responsibility for the honest and empowered expression of your own essence, and through that, your healing presence in the world is increasing. You're stepping up and forward on your path. This is appropriate now. It will make you more visible, but that is as it should be. It is not about being worth more than another. It is about the utterly sensible use of a light that is not to be dampened down by a shade, but instead be placed where it can cast its fullness to that others, still in darkness, may find their way more easily. This is intelligent and sensible. Your success and growth is drenched in compassion and brings joy to the heart of the Master as another and another find their way, benefiting from the light of your being. So shine true, be humble, but not dismissive of your gifts. Allow others to find their way more easily because you choose to honor the power of the great silence that emanates through you even more as you trust and surrender. This oracle brings special messages of reassurance that you are making progress and are indeed on the right path. Again, I didn't pre-do this, so there's that word again, right path. Do not give up. Do not turn back. Just continue. Take your steps, your journey, and know that the great Master is aware of you and is sending the holy ones, including that of the wise ancient mother, to bring you the blessing of the true silence now. Let it clear and soothe your mind and heart, and help you remember the peace that dwells within you. All is well. I hope that helped, and I hope that you can resonate with it, imbue it into your very essence of being, and honor it as you should honor yourself for being here on this path and helping others find their way. And until I speak with you again, namaste.